Hi, Palette War again. Bit of a weird one, lighting's a bit poor in this, a bit of exciting really. Off to see Steve Hildrew to do a bit of an interview chat whilst playing Ambush. This is Steve's first Ambush game, so I'll be interested in his thoughts on Ambush. As I'm new to Kings of War, Ambush was my entry platform into this fantastic game. So watch this video and hope you enjoy it, and hope to hear some interesting things from Steve about the hobby and his thoughts and stuff. So yeah, check this video out, and thanks for watching. So I've made the trip to see Steve Hildrew.
Hello.
Which is a pleasure of mine to come meet you.
Nice to meet you too, buddy. Sorry, I've got a cold. I'm rotten with cold, which means it's probably getting infected with my hideous plague.
I'm ill as well.
No, sorry, I was just going to sit like.
So yeah, so this is Steve's first Ambush game.
Second Ambush game.
Second,
yeah.
We had a tester.
We did have a test game.
Ask
me who won.
Yeah, it didn't go too well. Apparently, tyrants can't kill.
Can't kill Orklings.
Can't kill Orklings
in 2 turns. pathetic tyrants. Yeah.
So they've been dropped to the back.
Yeah.
They've been told off.
Yeah. Good.
So yeah. So not really going to talk much about the game that's going on. We're just going to play, and Steve kindly said he'll answer a few questions, which I'm pretty sure you lot on Mantic Kings of War fanatics will be keen to hear.
A more wretched hive of scum and villainy, so on and so forth.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to play and ask a few questions in the meantime.
Let's get on with it. We're playing Raise.
Raise. So,
right, you're going first.
I got first turn, yes.
Crack on, buddy. Please admire the tree.
The tree.
Which is strategically placed in camera shot.
Yes, Ronnie's pride and joy.
Ronnie's special tree. Yes. Wow, what a great set of stairs.
Yes.
From the Birmingham Bull Run. No tickets available, all sold out.
Which I'm going to.
Yeah. He hasn't got the mint borders here. How many borders have you got left to paint?
1,000 points.
A casual 1,000 points.
A casual 1,000 points.
It's only a couple of months, don't worry.
It's fine. I cheat with my slop chop technique.
Yeah.
Most of these are
it's a thing.
Speed paint, so. And I cheat with airbrushing as well.
Yeah. Airbrushing. See, I can't be bothered to clean the airbrush. I've got one.
Okay. Full field, turn 2. Just 2 questions. So, just for people out there, how long have you been gaming?
Well, only 4 years. So I played Warhammer when I was like 10 or 12, like 3 or 4 times. And then I beat my brother and he wouldn't play him anymore. And I just painted miniatures for a few years and then found alcohol and girls. And so but I've always liked board games, and I was a video games journalist for a long time. And I remembered my son was 12 and I remembered Warhammer, and I thought, oh, maybe that'll be something fun we can do together. And then he hated it. Oh, so Warhammer didn't exist until I found Kings of War. So only 4 years ago when I started. Yeah.
Cool. So that leads into the second question, which was what got you into the hobby, but you just answered that with.
There you go. Yeah.
You did
playing with my son, but then so I played with him for a bit, and he didn't like it at all. But I found some people nearby in Kidderminster who played, and carried on playing with them. I said that I liked it.
Yeah, that was the same with me. I got back into it after school because of my son, and then he played for a bit, and then it was like, no, this is boring.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I envy people who have their kids playing with them. Like my daughter's played me a few times, and she's just which never does. But yeah, no one in my family seems remotely enthused. Even my little one, he doesn't like all my miniature stuff is out, and he just like wanders past it and plays Minecraft instead. So
yeah.
The youth of today.
The youth of today.
Okay. 10-2 for the mighty superior orcs. So what I'm going to do is just do what I did before, so we're not waved anymore. We're just going to jump over like that. It's what we call in the business a dick move. 15 attacks. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 4s because we're hindered. And your defense 4, so 4s followed by 3s. And then 3s. I've knocked over my own here. We have done 4 wounds onto this unit here. And a nerve roll of a double 6. Just roll 6s. That's
Yeah, inspiring.
Is it 60? Is that dead? Shit, it's a 13-15, aren't they? Because they're
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hoping to away with them.
That makes up for your.
I'd just like to point out I just rolled another double 6. And if anyone from America is watching, you will recognise the logo on this dice is a Dojo dice. These were given to me by John Green Jr. from Dojo, which is this infamous American club. And I just rolled 2 double 6s in a row.
That makes up for your double 1s in a row.
Sorry about that. I do apologise. You get some lovely unhindered charge there with your thing off a hill now, so you kill him.
All here for fun.
That was disgusting, frankly.
Pretty much how the last game went.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's just roll 6s, so you win. Puts them on 8. I have killed them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hindered charge. I mean, sure. Wow.
You're just showing off for the camera.
I feel really bad. I feel horrible. Man, that's awful.
And all that moaning you did about your orcs being rubbish.
I know, orcs are terrible. No, I think orcs are really good. I just think they're really boring. And I'll burn that token. Sorry about that. Anyway,
turn
tip
to
3.
time for more questions.
Question number 1. Why are you such a
It's quite a fitting question.
Right.
What's your favourite part of the hobby?
Winning! No, I mean, I honest, what's my favourite? I just like playing the game, to be honest. I really enjoy playing Kings of War. It's like my happy place, right? So I like all parts of it. I like playing. I'm not so wild on like super hot competition. It makes me a bit nervous. I don't really like high level competition.
Yeah.
And that gets me a bit nervous. But I just like playing fun games against people that I like. And fortunately, in our community, there's a lot of them.
Yes. I think that's what we're all there to have fun, apart from the odd exception of
this one game that you have to play right now. How about you? What's about you? You're a 40k player, right? So you must like writing absolute crushing lists to destroy your opponents at all costs.
I'm a towel player.
I don't even know what that means, but
they were good until they realised they were too good, and then they nerfed them a bit. And
right,
now
okay.
we're in the mid-table for all the meta things, so we're not doing great, we're not doing bad, so we're getting ignored.
Right, okay, good.
So yeah, but for me, the rules started to get too complicated and was taking most of the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Then I got introduced to Kings of War, and it kind of took the rose-tinted glasses off.
Who was the one that brought you all into it? Because there's 6 of you, isn't there, playing over in the club?
Yeah, it's Dave Barfield. He's the head of Iron School Gaming and the demo team. He's got background of painting for Games Workshop. He's worked for Warlords Games, and he's got contact within Mantic Games, which is how we got into this. Mantic actually approached us and asked us if we wanted to push the Kings of War thing, and we've got a local sci-fi con coming up in February. Which is what we're doing this for.
Right.
Is we built an ambush list that Mantic asked us to do to run a demo day at the sci-fi con at Burn-on-Trent at the library on behalf of Mantic. Johnny asked us to do it, so the 6 of us got together, chose different armies so no one's running the same.
Yeah.
And all 6 of us are new to Kings of War.
Yeah.
And we're all loving it. Just the pure simplicity of the game is a seller.
Absolutely, it's just easy to pick up, isn't it? And play on. And it's easy. It's just roll 6s.
It's proven. Just all you got to do is roll.
This is making me look really good. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And you're filming it.
So, did you play any other games?
No, no, I don't. I only play the one game because I've only got like I'm quite an obsessive person.
Yeah.
I really obsess about stuff. And it's been 4 years. Like I used to play EverQuest, and I only played EverQuest like for 4 years of my life. So I do sometimes think, oh no, I played a bit of Dead Zone with my friend Russell, which is fine. I enjoyed it fine. But I just know that if I'm going to get into something, I get really into it. And now I've got, it's been 4 years, well, I sold one army, I've still got 7. And I'm just making 2 more. I've got 1 more and then 1 more after this. So I just get really into stuff. And I tend to, I made a YouTube channel and now I'm the Clash of Kings DO and suddenly I don't really have a time to do anything else. So
yeah, I know. So, I mean, I literally started last November. And I've got 2 armies already.
Yeah. It's that way, isn't it? You just I go all in on things, and so I don't really have time to do anything else. And I still play video games a bit, but I just really enjoy it. I don't see the point really. I get the rules; they're simple to understand. I'd have to go and learn another set of rules. I've only got a small brain, so I just it keeps me happy. You know what I mean? So no other games. Sadly, I probably should expand my horizons.
Right, so question time.
Yeah.
So, what I want to know, what...
Oh, yes, right, sorry, yeah.
What made you decide to run your own tournaments?
Because there was no tournaments in Birmingham. And we're supposed to be the second biggest city, and I kind of Gary was running some over in Black Dragon, but then he just decided he didn't really play Kings of War anymore, Gary Marshall. He has now started to run them again, but that's about an hour and a half east towards you actually, and then there's some in Wales, and there's nothing in Birmingham, and I kind of that seems a bit wrong to me. So I thought I might as well, and like I say, I go all in on things. I started to buy cheap battle mats on eBay, and I realised I had quite a few, and I could probably put together a few more. And I just really hoped that it would kind of kickstart more of a scene in the city. Because there's only a few of us in Birmingham that play, which is maddening. Because it's so close to Nottingham, I think there's so many 40k players here. Like the club that we play at, myself, there's me, Dan, Russell, the 3 of us, and there's a couple more have joined us now. So Rob, who lives on the corner from here, and a guy called Joe, who's out from Warwick. And with the club we play at, it's called Road Traders. It's that much of a 40k area. It's literally everyone just plays 40k. And I can't persuade anyone not to. So I figured if I at least put tournaments on here, it might encourage people to join in. And that's pretty much it, really. And I like to help, and I like to be useful and stuff. And it seemed like it wasn't too much stress, and so we just went for it.
Yeah, well, you got me to sign up, so.
Well, that's it. You see, it just takes 1 or 2 people.
Yet, so.
Well, exactly. You never even played a game higher than this points level. So yeah, it's good fun. And the tournaments we had a lot of on my 3rd bull run coming up now. We've had 4 or 5 new players at every tournament, which is really good. People that either don't play or haven't played before. So you're in good company. It's very chill. We had to get some of the higher level players have decided to come this time, which makes me a little nervous. But we had Dan King last time, and he had a good time. He's one of the world's best players and stuff. So they do come, but people tend to have a really chill, nice time. So it's nice.
I'm looking
fun
forward to it.
Yeah,
So.
it should be good.
Yeah, so it's similar with my area. It's a 40k Sigma dominated
Midlands, isn't it? So
But saying that, we do have quite a few that play Star Wars Legion, and so we do have a good variety at our local club in terms of Top Warriors. So there's a good variety of card games, and we're actually quite lucky because we've got a geek retreat for people to play as well, but we've also just got another place just opened up called Books and Banter. And that's all based around the gaming community and everything. And
so it quite annoys me. Just outside Birmingham, there's loads of nice little clubs. Like there's one up in Derby, Boards and Swords. There's Black Dragon over in Hinckley. There's the guys that Elliot Barrett comes from up in Telford. But they're all and there's the guys in Kidderminster, but it's all an hour out of Birmingham. And I'm like, why is that? And it's just because it's so expensive to have a store in Birmingham. There are no hobby stores in Birmingham. There's 3 GWs, or 2 GWs now.
Yeah.
But there's no hobby stores in Birmingham to play at. Otherwise, because, you know, you get new players by playing at a store, and people see you playing and they come and see.
Yeah.
So I went over to play Chris Walsh at Board in Brum, which is actually in Walsall. Or Dudley at Walsall. An hour out, anyway. Or half an hour away from Birmingham. And a bunch of people came over to look and see, and you knew that if I carried on playing there, people would come, but I'd have to drive, 45 minutes an hour to get there every time.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate is what he's done today to see me. It's just that people in America, they drive hours and hours to play. I get it.
Yeah.
But here we're so fucking lazy. Excuse my language. Am I allowed to swear on your channel? I am. Maybe.
We'll get edited.
Yeah, fair enough. We're so lazy that the furthest I'll go is to play my friend Simon in Kidderminster. So, you just want a little local scene, don't you? Like you guys, sort of the 6 of you that can play together. That's great. There's 3 of us here. I just need a few more. So, but there's no stores to play at, so it's tough. So that's part of the tournament.
Yeah. Cool. And then along the tournament lines, what made you decide to run Clash of Kings?
I'm really stupid. I was manic, absolutely mental. I think I got the impression that Ronnie wanted to hand it over to a player, and Clash in London was, I had a great time. I had a brilliant time, actually, really good time. One of my most fun tournaments ever. But a lot of players didn't like it being where it was. A lot of players kind of grumbled about the way it was set up or whatever, and I just kind of Mantic make amazing games and amazing models, but they acknowledge, they're not tournament players, right? And running Clash of Kings for them is a bit of a pain in the arse, frankly, for them to do, with the amount of people that they've got, and they've lost Rob Berman, who was a really instrumental figure, and I've got the most respect for Martin and running everyone. They are doing a million jobs, and I just thought it makes sense for a player to run it. It's run by players everywhere else in the world. Yeah. But it's a big undertaking to take on. And basically, I'm the only one with an ego large enough to. It's not just me. I've got 4 other TOs on the committee helping me. And I just thought, let's just give it a crack and see. Let's bring it back to the Midlands. Let's put it in Nottingham, the home of wargaming. Why not? Basically, I might as well. If I'm that obsessed with it, let's see if we can make a massive success of it. It could be quite, it could be awesome, really. So basically, I'm just really arrogant. That's why.
Well, just purely on moving it to the Midlands, I've signed up.
Yeah, well, I moved next to your house, so that's the main reason, Scott, is to have it just next to your house.
So yeah. So what's your, just going on to the armies and everything now, what's your favourite Kings of War army?
Ratkin. It's Ratkin. They're just the best. Great army. Love them.
Yeah, they do look...
They're just super flexible, super powerful, great list. Really, really enjoy Ratkin. Yeah. I should play them a lot more. My as I said, I was telling you before, my miniatures basically look like garbage. And once you've painted a Horde army, it really takes it out of you. I didn't paint anything for about 6 months after that because it's so many minis, and they don't look very good. And so, having said that, I'm painting goblins now, but I can't really bear to go back and repaint my Ratkin, so I just play them for fun every now and then now, rather than competitively.
I mean, I've played a friend a few times with Ratkin, and they're not the nicest.
They're so good.
So, not nicest to play.
They're so good. especially all melee 4 against those play pots, nasty.
Yeah, they're not the nicest. So what's your favourite units in model stroke unit?
Do you know what my favourite model, as of today, is Tyrants. They are awesome. They're massive. They're so good. That's my favourite Mantic model by far. It used to be the Fire Elemental, but you get to the in front of the camera, you'll be able to see a nice blurry shot.
So yeah, nice big.
Whacking great big models. They're brilliant. Really like those models. This is my Fire Elemental. If anyone wants to buy a Fire Elemental, 20 quid and it's yours. I've never used it in anything, but it's a great model. I think it's not a very good unit. But yeah, no, those Tyrants are bloody awesome. Great looking models. But now, there's loads of good models I like. What's in here that I like? I quite like the old This one was quite a nice model. Is it reaching into this? Is it? We're talking Mantic models, right?
Yeah.
That's my Thonar model, which is you can see that one, which I think is pretty boss.
Oh, in your banner, I like the banner.
Yeah. Copied the art off the. That was my painting award. I got a Clash of Kings for best model, which is pretty cool. So I'm very proud of that one. That's a cool little model. Yeah. I'll tell you what I do like. I like the original Mikhail model, which you don't see very often anymore. It's not a brilliant model, but it's quite unique. It's a version 1 Mikhail model, which they don't make anymore. Oh, it's pretty cool. That's a nice model as well. I hope they reprint that one when they do the whatever they're going to do with Twilight Kin. That would be cool to see that come out again. Yeah, I don't think. Lots of stuff. Just like toys.
And talking liking toys before carrying with the next round. What are your hobby plans?
Well, I'm finishing off my my Gungans / goblins. I've got 10 days to paint 60 odd models, which is going to be fun. And I'm away for work next week as well, so God knows how I'm going to do that. And then the next thing I've got is literally right here. It's in a box on the pool table behind the camera, which is an Empire of Dust army that I'm going to start. So I'm going to try and do them next, but I need to buy a bunch more models and have a think about how to do those. But that's going to be a while away. I'll be playing goblins for a while I try and work out how I'm going to hobby that. So a little break. So I've got to, once I've done the goblins, I've got to make 3 more tables in time for March for Bull Run 3, and then I need to up the goblins up to 2300 in time for the Northern Kings tournament I'm going to, and then I need to up it to 2500 in time to take it to Battle Masters. So I've got my work cut out, basically. That's my year for the next year, just so you run. I'd like to do some other things at some point, but mostly painting Gungans.
Cool. Is there any games that you'd like to try in the future?
I really want to play League of Infamy, but I've got the full box and the expansion, all the massive boxes. In fact, I think there's somewhere under the table down there somewhere, but I never got around to painting them. And my plan was to play it with my family to get them all backed up with each other, but I never got around to it, and they don't really like that complicated games anyway. So we've been rumbling in our little group about playing D&D. Although we had a drink at the one time we were talking about it, but so we've been talking about maybe playing D&D with the local guys, and Rob says he's going to get his girlfriend involved, and I was trying to get Christine involved, but we'll see if that happens. But not really. I had an itch the other day to think about 40k, but then I think it's only because I think the models are so pretty, or like the older models. I think they're so gorgeous. They're just so elegant. And I don't. But the rules, the complexity of the rules, does not appeal to me.
That's what pulled me away from to this side of it.
I'm a simple person. I need simple rules, but no, so I'm just lazy. I think I was not worried if Mantic ever goes out of business, I won't have a hobby anymore. I don't know what I'll do.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
So back onto the tournament things. So when are your tournaments running?
March. So we've got one in March. March the something. I don't know it's full now. But there is a waiting list started up. March the... When are we?
20th, I want to say.
You're going, so I hope you're correct. 18th.
18th.
No, is it? 11th. Well, it's not in my diary, so it's definitely not happening anymore. 4th? No.
Actually, no, I've got it in my diary.
Okay, fair enough. 26th. It's a Sunday. March the 26th. The end of March. Correct. So that's good. That's given me an extra week to make some terrain. March 26th for that one. Clash of Kings is the 9th and 10th of September. If you haven't bought your ticket, buy a ticket for Clash of Kings, because the more tickets we have, the more space I can get.
And buy your Excel bag.
Yeah, buy an Excel bag. Well, I don't care about that, that's semantic. But you can if you want, they're really cool. They're massively good value.
Yeah, I've bought the Excel bag.
Yeah, no, it's good. You get a Titan for no money, and loads of a t-shirt and loads of stuff.
And don't you get to choose a Titan?
You can choose a Titan. It's a choice of a selection of Titans, but it's a lot of the good ones. It's still to be decided which ones. But so you get Titan, you get T-shirt, you get what else do you get? You get some artwork, you get stuff here. That's good. But tickets mainly. So if we get, so when we get to, because when it works is we're paying, I'm having to like balance the books on the tournament, and we're buying the Students' Union's capacity. There is a sports hall next door, right? So we can fit, I think, 76 players in the Students' Union main building. And thereafter I have to hire the sports hall, which is an extra thousands of pounds. So essentially I need 20 players on the waiting list before I can buy the sports hall, right? So I either need 76 players or 96 players. And once we get to 96 players, sky's the limit, we can go up to 150. Amazing. So I would love to have 100 players at Clash of Kings. We've never had more than 80. It's definitely achievable.
Yeah.
But
especially with it being in the Midlands now.
Right, exactly, definitely achievable. So, and you know, loads of international players coming. So I think at the moment, if someone books the sports hall, and let's say September, we can't. We're maxed out 76. That's it. So the quicker people buy tickets, the more likely we are to have a bigger, better tournament, more prizes, more everything, loads of players, fantastic time. So
and, I think Ronnie judging the best painted as well.
Well, I might let him. He's coming around. He's going around judging whether your army is 90% Mantic or not.
That's
so
the one.
If you're 90% Mantic, Ronnie Renton is going to have a fistful of £10 vouchers to come round to dole out to people. At least that's the plan. Whether he turns up, and I don't know. So that's the plan. So yeah, £10 back if you can bring a 90% Mantic army, which means your ticket's even cheaper. Gosh, what great value! I mean. That's my sales pitch.
It's just dangling the carrot.
I know, I really want people to come to the tournament. I really need to be successful.
So.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I really hope those people come. It should be really cool. Just really.
So I think there might be a few others from my club as well that are planning on coming. So.
Great. September's ages to paint an army. Come on, if you paint an ambush force in 3 months, you can definitely do another 1,000 points. Easy.
Yes.
No worries.
Yes.
Just paint ogres. Easy.
That's my next army.
Right, there you go. Low model count.
So yeah, just a few questions left. So what's in the future for Death by Dragon?
Oh, I don't know really. I need to do some more battle reports. I need to get back on it. So we do a bunch of like roads to Clash of Kings videos, which should be quite fun. Talk about terrain, talk about the venue. I have lots of ideas. I don't have the time to do them. Right, so battle reports. I found a way to do them now that's relatively quick and easy. So that's good. So if I can get people to come here. Then I can film quite easily. You know, I've got the kit, which we've seen in the background. I've got cameras and tripods and lights and stuff in a bag somewhere. So that's good. Tournament reports are easy to do, so I tend to just default to tournament reports, but some people don't like that, still camera talking over stuff. I'd like to do more hobby videos. People miss the community update, which I get, but it was a pain in the ass to do after a while. So what I was thinking of doing was like a hobby and chat sort of thing, where I talk about what I'm doing with hobby, and then talk about whatever's happening in the Kings of War scene at the same time. But I haven't quite got it to a place in my head where it's fun for people to listen to and not too much work for me to do. So I think I just need to not burn myself out on trying to do too much Kings of War, because I think if you try and do too much, you burn out a bit, and then you just don't want to do it anymore, and then suddenly you're not, and that's a bit crap. And there's not many people producing reliable Kings of War content anymore, really. Steve does it. What's it called? Steve Evans' channel, Lazy Pirate Painting.
Lazy Pirate Painting.
So he does little short videos, which I really like. But people like kind of a bit more detail in their stuff, and people don't do so many detailed battle reports, I think, because they don't get the viewer figures. There was those King's Retreat people did these ridiculously high quality videos as live streams, and no one watched them because it's like 3 hours of your life. People don't want to sit and watch for 3 hours.
Yeah.
What they like is half an hour or less concise stuff. Making it concise is a pain.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. So I think that is the problem, is that the reward isn't that you have to really love it. I've rambled on now. What am I talking about?
Yeah, well, so one thing we're doing now, we've all got our forces painted up. We're going to start recording a few ambush games.
Yeah.
Doing ambush games for our Iron School gaming channel, and I'm going to do a few for my own channel.
Yeah.
Which was half the reason coming up here, just to get Steve into ambush.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do it. I love, I'll literally play anyone. I think if you find a way to do it that is not a pain for you to do, you're more likely to keep it up.
Yeah,
I would say once the enthusiasm wanes.
yeah. So I'm finding that I've got my things like I say. My last video I put was how I did the scenic bases for my models, and
Yeah.
People have liked that one. And
Hobby videos are always there because people from outside of Kings of War come to see them as well. Like one of the most popular videos I've done was a Armada basing video. How to do like sea bases. I don't play Armada anymore. I sold the ship because my one game person got bothered. But it's still loads of people go and look at it. So
Yeah.
your hobby videos are always good.
just to finish the questions, what do you think of Ambush so far?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's quite quick. It's not quite strategic. Like the way I've won pretty much both of the games now.
Yeah.
But the way I've won them is by using the sort of stuff you do in normal Kings of War. But because ambush is so restricted, and we're playing quite high pointed ambush, we're like 995 points, aren't we? On a 3x3 means there's no room. And we're both playing 25mm large infantry units as well, so we fill the board side to side, so there's no manoeuvring possible. If you have a wider board, I managed to block up an entire avenue with Orklings down the side, which is just an absolute knobber move to do. But you wouldn't necessarily be able to do that quite as effectively on a larger board. So I think it's just a very excellent introduction to the rules and mechanisms of Kings of War. I think it's not a tournament game, I would say.
No.
Because you can... I mean, my list, as it turns out, is really killy, and I didn't realise how killy it was. But I think it's a brilliant way to introduce people to the mechanics of the game and how to play. It doesn't take long. We've banged out we've been rambling on. I have. And we've got 2 games in a couple of hours. It's very easy, very quick, lots of fun. Wish I got more units on troop bases, frankly, because I think troops is the way to go. Loads and loads of troops, really fun.
Well, so I think that's what Ronnie thought of with Ambush was to get the new clients in at minimal cost.
Yeah, those new ambush boxes are incredible value. The amount of stuff you get on those hard plastic things is brilliant. Yeah,
I think they went pre-ordered this week, didn't they? Or
something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
There's 6 of them, and then I think once they've released, they're doing another.
Yeah, it's all the hard plastic ones, isn't it? Because that's the cheapest stuff to produce for him. Yeah, great stuff. Can't wait for more people to start playing.
It's like I say, our club there's quite a few people wanting to do it in our club, and I say the other good thing about Kings of War is you're not. I know it's not the best, still not ideal, but you're not restricted to just using Mantic models.
Use anything you like.
It opens it up to every war game that's out there.
Got a cover full of all sorts of rubbish here. Most of it is Mantic actually, but a lot of random miniatures. But one thing you can do, I just had a thought, is if you've got 2 guys who've got 995 ambush forces, you can play doubles.
Yeah.
And then you've got a full size game.
Yeah.
Of nearly 2,000 points essentially.
Yeah.
And that might be a fun way to find out about how you use the wider stuff, as long as you like the person next to you. Frankly. The one time I played a doubles tournament, I absolutely got my teammate completely murdered. So I've never done it again. So I'm so sorry, I can't take the kill. But no, it's good fun.
Yeah. No, it is a fantastic game.
Yeah, good stuff.
So I learnt the rules through watching Death by
videos.
your Death by Dragons. I've got to say, helped me immensely because I'm dyslexic, so I can read the rules, but it doesn't sink in. So to have you standing there light-heartedly explaining what...
Somewhat patronisingly explaining, let's face it.
Yeah. Helped by your lovely wife, by the way.
Oh, say again?
Helped by your lovely
wife. My lovely wife, who still doesn't play Kings of War, bless her.
No.
But,
I say if it weren't for your channel, it'd have been a lot harder for me to get my head round. And
I'm actually really happy to hear from her. I said, well, I did it. Yeah, we did it because there were no how to play videos at all, and we thought we'd just do, something fun to do together, and it just worked out quite nicely. But a lot of highest quality.
Yeah, well, that's another reason why me and David set up our YouTube channels, is because we were looking for Kings of War stuff, and we rapidly found that there's not that much.
Not a lot.
So we thought, right, we'll try and fill the gap best we can with the resources, and
I think you just got to do it if you enjoy doing it. Is the reason to do it. And, you know, it's great to have more people, and it's great that you're relatively local to me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Get some more games in.
We are, and we're trying to arrange to get you down to our club.
It's my crappy schedule.
Yeah,
So many children.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can crack your 2K cherry soon as well.
Yeah.
Get you on a big battle.
Yeah, I've got to go give Ronnie some pennies.
Yeah. I've seen he's like his pile of shame. Look, he's done a Facebook video about the amount of boxes he's got lying around in his house. You don't need to give him any more money. You have so many.
Yeah, and the open days are bad for you on it as well.
They're bad times.
Yeah.
I couldn't get down this one, but probably just as well, frankly.
Yeah. So yeah, like I say, yeah. Thanks for having me down.
Oh, thank you for coming. Please come again.
And I've been Pilot of War. Thank you, Joel. This is Steve, Death by Dragons,
That's me.
and thank you for watching.